Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to RGL Newcomer 6's Season 4. This time, we are on Week 8, the final week of the season. This is the final regular season match that will be played by any of the teams in Newcomer RGL, or in RGL Newcomer 6's this season. So, with that being said, tonight we have Burger Restaurant versus Krusty Migos. Again, both of these teams are in playoff position. So this match, and depending on how the rest of the teams do this match, will determine whether or not both of these teams end up playing in the playoffs, or whether one of them does and one of them doesn't. For positioning, we have Burger Restaurant in 11th and Krusty Migos in 12th. Burger Restaurant does have a slightly better win record right now, but only just. So these teams are probably very, very balanced. In terms of how either of these teams have been doing so far in the season, they're both currently 4-3. Again, that's kind of evident given their positioning so close to each other. Wow. A stark contrast in the scores. For Burger Restaurant, pretty much every single one of their matches except Week 2 on Process was a complete shutout, either 5-0 or 4-0 based on whether it was 5CP or Process. Some of them going in their favor, others very much not. While Migos, their scores are quite a bit more balanced. And taking a look at some of the teams that they have fought, I don't know, there's a lot that can be said from this. It seems like Burger Restaurant, they're either in the match or they're not, while with Krusty Migos, all the time they end up giving a fight and putting up a fight. So yeah, Burger Restaurant is the home team, and according to match comms, it appears as though Krusty Migos is going to have a ringer for this match. So, in terms of rosters, I only have a roster for Burger Restaurant, because I couldn't really get in contact with the people from Krusty Migos. So, we got Time on Roamer Soldier, Oddlog on Pocket Scout, I Am 6 Syllables on Pocket Soldier, Ruby on Demo Man, Stupid ID on Flank Scout, and Cold on Medic. So, let's see where we are standing in terms of players joining. And it looks like we have all players in the server. I am definitely looking forward to the playoffs this season. Those are gonna be some insane matches, and definitely some of the most fun matches to cast. If you had seen last week's, I do have more information. It did end up going as a forfeit win to last week's match did end up going as a forfeit win in favor of College War Crimes, although I did hear that there is a possibility of that match being rescheduled, or not rescheduled, but replayed. So I'm not sure. The reason it went as a forfeit was Next Time Eat a Salad failed to declare that they had a ringer. But that puts College War Crimes in actually a fairly good spot, I believe. Yeah, in number 10. So, we'll have to see how the rest of the, what's the word? Week 8 matches go, but... yeah, we'll have to see how the rest of the Week 8 matches go, and, most teams, I believe, are playing their matches tonight, but I know for a fact that there are a number of teams who have rescheduled their match for this Friday coming up. So we probably will not see kind of what the current playoff positioning is and what teams are going into the playoffs until after Friday. So I'm guessing at least Monday. Definitely by Monday we will have a concrete idea of what teams are making it to the playoffs. But yeah, so how y'all doing tonight? Oh, I'm doing pretty well. I've been home all week, which has sucked because I've been bored out of my mind, but other than that, I'm doing alright. Yeah, from what I can tell, the player that has been requested for the ringer, there's no RGL history. Although there is a kind of a ban history, old accounts, and a non-TF2 VAC ban on record. So that's fun. So, I'm gonna bounce an idea off you guys real quick. I've been talking with Soldier, and I've kind of wanted to do this in the past, but I'd like to kind of start a bit of a podcast sort of thing. Where we talk about different aspects of games that we play, kind of what we would like to see. We talk about different updates and kind of what has gone on or is going on with specific aspects of whatever game. That's something I think would be a lot of fun. Looks like Krusty Migos does have their sticks coming in. So, Burger Restaurant is going to be on blue, and Krusty Migos is going to be on red. So hopefully this game should be getting underway anytime soon here. A little bit of a medic battle going on here. Okay, it looks like we are getting underway here. Let's follow Krusty Migos to mid here, specifically full send the demo. And kind of see how this first mid plays out. Okay, so it looks like he's going to be rolling out through Saw, which could be good. It's going to put him with his team more, and it is going to get him to mid first. With soldiers coming up from Krusty Migos taking the high ground, they are quickly thrown off by the scouts of Burger Restaurant, and now the soldiers as well. The players of Krusty Migos are really grouped up. One of the scouts is just trying to clear the point, and they're just really kind of trying to look for an opening. And one of the scouts does get in onto the medic of of Krusty Migos, and that's going to be really bad for them in this mid-fight. But it looks like the rest of the players have been able to get the picks they need, and have essentially been able to win that mid-fight, even though they lost their medic fairly early on. They did also get the medic of Burger Restaurant, so that's going to equalize any disadvantage that they may have had. And with one of their players being with their medic right now, that's going to give them an uber advantage coming into this second point here, and maybe even to last, depending on if they're able to roll this or not. And judging by the positioning of the players from Burger Restaurant, they are probably going to have to just give up second here. So off the backs of that really good salvage of a mid-fight, Krusty Migos is going to get second. Not quite for free, as they are still trying to contest here in lobby. Burger Restaurant isn't wanting to give this up without a fight, but it does look like Krusty Migos is probably going to take this second point. Burger Restaurant does have an engineer now, so that could be very good for them and help them holding this last point, but Can of Cringe looking in, getting some good information, and maybe even being able to get an opening here and get onto the medic, although he is going to just be clearing some stickies, or attempting to clear stickies, that is. Burger Restaurant does have a sniper, though, if we had seen that sniper dot. So hopefully he might be able to get a shot. Edion does go down. Doesn't really look like he's going to be able to get a shot. The medic is being very careful of this sniper. It's clear that he knows the sniper is there. Well, the Eureka effect isn't the worst weapon I've seen used in Sixes. Last week, if you remember, on Product, we had a demo man using the Scottish Resistance. So it looks like we do have even Uber here, so they're going to want to be taking an exchange here. With Burger Restaurant having their full players up and an engineer, that's going to make it a lot easier for them to win out in the post Uber as well, since they will have the better Uber. But that Sentry Gun is very aggressive, and it's taking some heavy spam here. It's probably going to go down. The engineer does go down, and the Sentry Gun, sorry, is hopefully not too far behind. We're probably going to be seeing an Uber exchange here fairly soon. It would be very good for Krusty Migos to try and take the Uber exchange now before it's too late. Two of their soldiers are dead. Everyone is really low health, and I think they've just lost their opportunity to push in there. They probably should have pushed in off of that engineer pick, because they would have been able to get the sentry gun down really easily. But they kind of hesitated a bit too long, and that gave the soldiers of Burger Restaurant enough time to get in and kind of disrupt the plans of Krusty Migos in lobby there. Oh, and the Krusty Migos medic is going to get dropped as Situpa is just walking in and mowing through everyone. Looks like he's going to be getting onto the sniper now and probably then onto the scout. And Burger Restaurant does get second off of that. Very good play from them and a bit of a misplay from Krusty Migos as they probably should have pushed when they had the chance. But all is not lost. We do have a 100% Uber coming in from Burger Restaurant onto mid here. So Krusty Migos is probably just going to want to completely back out and just not really try to contest this mid. Although they do currently have a player advantage, so they could maybe make something work with this. And with their players being in Saw, having a soldier in upper Saw, and their combo looking like they're wanting to go in through Saw right now, they're going to try to aggress here. Only at about a 40% disadvantage. As long as they can keep this up just a little bit, hold off the push, it's going to be good for them. And then the Uber from Burger Restaurant does get used into them, but as long as Doc Bob can stay alive, that's going to be good for them. And it looks like with the sandwich coming from Krusty Migos, they lured Burger Restaurant right into a trap where they wanted them, and are able to pretty much completely wipe Burger Restaurant except for their two soldiers, which is going to get them second here. What a smart play. And with this point being narrowly capped and most of the players from Burger Restaurant dead and respawning, if Krusty Migos is able to roll in here, that could be the round. Krusty Migos definitely playing some mind games here. I'm guessing we have a pause coming here. I hate pauses because they always screw up my HUD. So, with players spawning, I think before the pause happened, any of the players from Burger Restaurant that are dead now, they had at least 8 seconds on their respawn time. So, they do have the heavy and the medic, so they could possibly hold out for just long enough. But if the players from Krusty Migos are able to roll in here and get into this last point fast enough, they'll get the round. Because of those two soldiers from Burger Restaurant going down as they tried to get out of lobby. So, for those of you here, I know, obviously, you guys are going to want your own team to make it to the playoffs, but in terms of other teams, who do you hope makes it to the playoffs, and who do you hope to see there? Just a bit of a pause here.
Bonus ducks.
Well, thank you for the follow, Ruby. And it looks like we're getting a ringer from Twitch chat. Wow. So hopefully this game will get back underway pretty soon here. Oh, and it looks like we are underway again. And it looks like, yeah, they were able to roll in, and I'm gonna have to reconnect here because, well, pauses break my HUD. Okay. Oh, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Guess we're falling stupid a bit. And Adion very deep in already, but it looks like Burger Restaurant is going to be able to get in onto the medic very, very early, and they're going to get the pick right off the start of that mid-fight. Their soldier, or their demo did go down. A soldier is going down as well, and it looks like they're not going to be able to get anything off of that mid-fight except for that one med pick. So really, all they're going to be able to come out of this mid-fight with, it looks like it's just an Uber advantage, and they may not even be able to keep that, as one of the scouts is getting on to Cold here. So I'm not sure what will happen, but it looks like Cold is able to stay alive, and with a 93% Uber, they're going to be at full charge very soon, and hopefully they're going to be able to push back and maybe retake mid. But with Oddlog here in a corner in Saw, that could be really good for them if he's able to hit his shots and stay hidden. And unfortunately, Oddlog did go down, so he's not going to be able to get the pick that his team needs. And Krusty Migos is going to be rolling into second here. We'll have to see how this fight ends up going out, but with soldiers from both sides jumping in, Adion does go down. And that's going to be the opening pick for the side of Burger Restaurant on this mid-fight. Not mid-fight, sorry, second fight. Just kind of exchanging some spam, trying to maybe make some space, see what's going on. Both players, they're just, yeah, just exchanging some spam. Can of Cringe over here, still in kitchen, I believe. And he is going to get taken out by Time. Ruby is going to be shooting those stickies away right onto his own medic. The Uber does get used from Krusty Migos and is just now coming out from Burger Restaurant. So they are going to have the better Uber here in the post Uber, and it looks like they're going to be able to get mid off this. But with Situpo all the way behind, Tigger is going to go down. And Can of Courage is probably going to go down as well here as Oddlog hits all of his shots, and they're going to be getting second off of that as well. Adion is really deep in behind. I believe he did come out of the forward spawn on mid, and he is going to take out Situpo, but he's going to be spotted now and probably called out. So hopefully, you'd hope that he wouldn't be able to get much more, but coming into back lobby here, he's going to be able to get back to his team to support them. And with the way this fight is going, Burger Restaurant is going to have to pull out and just try to get out with that 70% Uber, and it looks like they're going to be able to, but they're not quite going to get control of lobby yet. And with those players going down and Krusty Migos re-aggressing, Krusty Migos is probably going to be able to take second here. Valax trying to get in, but he is going to get denied by the scout, but he is able to get out just barely by the skin of his teeth. Can of Courage getting that sentry gun up so that they have a little bit more defensive capabilities, and so they don't really have to worry about last until they capture that second point. Stupa does get some picks, but he does go down, and the Uber from Burger Restaurant does come in here. Both Ubers do get used, although the Uber fights are very separate from each other. The combo of Burger Restaurant just trying to stay alive here, fighting Tigger. Tigger is going to get the pick onto Ruby, but with Valak coming back in, Tigger is going to go down, and it looks like they're probably going to get second here off of Valak's bomb. As long as Burger Restaurant is able to realize that Valak does indeed have control of second point and come back to support him, they are going to get that second point, and it looks like they're also going to get lobby off of this. having about a 20% Uber advantage, Burger Restaurant is going to want to take this Uber in as soon as they get it. Otherwise, they're just going to be losing their advantage and probably giving up the chances of getting that last point here. They are currently a round down, so they definitely need the score, or need the point on the board. And it looks like they are just going to be losing their advantage here. And with what's happening, they're trying to rotate around with it. Sentry Gun is kind of stuffing them. Oddlog does go down to the Sentry Gun, but a lot of their players are able to stay alive, but they're still 2 down. Well, all of the players from Krusty Migos are alive and now swarming Burger Restaurant. And Burger Restaurant does unfortunately get wiped here. That is going to give Krusty Migos the second point and possibly even mid, depending on how Burger Restaurant decides to play this. They're only at about a 10% disadvantage. They do have all their players up, so it looks like Burger Restaurant is going to smartly contest this mid. They are also building Uber right now. So, at this point, it's a race to see who gets to that 100% first, and that'll essentially probably determine who gets what point in this next exchange. Not really a whole lot going on right now, just kind of players exchanging spam in Saw and really just trying to make an opening and see what's going on. Satupa does go down to can of cream, so with the full Uber, that's going to be the opening that Krusty Migos needs to push out with this Uber onto mid. But it looks like they are getting kind of slowed down by the players of Burger Restaurant in Saw. And hopefully now, with still being a player up, they are going to be going and aggressing onto this mid here. The Uber is going to get used to save the demo's life from Oddlog. The Uber from Burger Restaurant does get used as well. Their Uber is going to be slightly better, but there's only 3 of them as opposed to the 4 from Krusty Migos. And Cold is going to go down to the shotgun of Tigger. And Krusty Migos playing that very well, biding their time, getting players in behind Burger Restaurant, and really able to kind of just sandwich them and then pick them off one by one as that Uber fades. Satupa on the sniper. Let's see if he's able to get anything. Looks like the players of Krusty Migos are going to be shifting their focus over towards the left side of that map into Saw. And he is going to switch off back to Scout as soon as he starts getting pressured by that soldier in Upper Saw. Looks like Burger Restaurant is going to be backing out here, giving up second, as they are at a bit of an Uber disadvantage here and just going to hold last and bide their time so that they actually have a chance of holding last. They don't want a repeat of what happened last round, or yeah, what happened last round to happen again. Time unfortunately going down. It's not going to be enough. 4 players, 5 players dead, just Satupa alive, and Satupa goes down as well, and Krusty Migos is going to get round number 2. Burger Restaurant being 2 rounds down, that's not what you want to see, but anything can still happen. This game is far from over. Ruby getting a bit of a beefed rollout there, but still getting to mid roughly on time. But with that little bit of a beefed roll, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to really contest mid, but they are contesting the high ground a lot more than Krusty Migos is, which could give them the edge in this mid fight here. With 3 players up on the high ground, they are able to get 3 picks onto Krusty Migos, and even though their players were very low health, they were able to stay alive and fight these Krusty Migos players off of the point and get this mid fight of this 3rd round. Definitely Burger Restaurant showing that they are not out of the fight yet. But with Adion coming in with a big bomb, unfortunately, he isn't really able to get anything. Just one rocket onto each player, and they surf it away. The Uber does get used as well by Krusty Migos, but it's going to be used just to get away. Although, with them getting those 3 picks, Burger Restaurant isn't going to be able to push into last here just quite yet, even though they do have a full Uber advantage just because of the massive player disadvantage they have. They don't have the spawners up. But with spawners coming in and still having about a 60% advantage, hopefully they're going to be taking this into lobby here and hopefully being able to roll into last very, very soon. Can't have Cringe getting chased down, and oh, just narrowly able to beat out Oddlog. That is not what you want to see from Burger Restaurant. You don't want to be bleeding players when you're trying to set up for a push, especially when you have Uber advantage. Because anytime you waste, anytime you aren't pushing, you're just giving a chance for that Uber to equalize. And it does look like it's going to get used, but it kind of gets stuffed a little bit by Stickies. Definitely well played by the demo of Krusty Migos. 1 player goes down, 2, 3, 4. And that push was not for this world. Oddlog on the spy, hopefully going to try and go for that medic pick onto Doc Bob and get a bit of a salvage play. Or maybe a spy cap, but Tigger is coming back. So it's not going to be, it's not going to happen. And with time coming in from behind, he does get the force onto Doc Bob, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He is going to go down, and they were looking like they were going to be going to use pretty soon there anyway, but they aren't going to be able to push off that. But it looks like they are re-aggressing here after that Uber is faded, and they do not have a player advantage. Players are even. With Tigger going in onto Oddlog, he isn't going to get the pick, but Ruby does go down. Now we're having a Scout and Medic 2v2 here, and one player after another throwing themselves at easy riding and just dying. Easy riding, more like easy dying. Burger Restaurant with the 100% Uber, they're at about a 30% advantage over Doc Bob, but that probably isn't really going to matter here as Krusty Migos is aggressing. Tigger into Cheese. That's what it's called. Cheese or Z. I think that was Oddlaw getting in onto the medic. Is he able to hit his shots? Unfortunately not. The Uber does get used. He does crater. And with 3 players being down on the side of Burger Restaurant, it's just Satupa left. Oh, Valak is here. Can Valak? And no, unfortunately, he's not quite fast enough. And Krusty Migos does take the 3rd round, ending the first half 3-0. Stop. If this game continues this way, it's going to kind of fit what we've seen in Burger Restaurant's previous match scores. Of them being either in it or not. I really don't want that to be the case. I'd like to see them be able to come back here, or come back and put at least a couple of rounds on the board, but unfortunately it's looking like that just may not be the case. And if they're not going to be able to put any rounds on the board, unfortunately, that's probably going to mean that they're not going to get a playoff spot this season. But we'll have to see how the second half goes. again, maybe not messing up the rollout, as it seems that's what Ruby is going for, but Adion going in deep here. Looks like he could get onto Cold. Oddlog is going to contest him, and he is going to go down, which is going to be really good, but he does trade. And so far, Burger Restaurant is winning out this mid-fight with 4 picks on the board. It's just the medic and the demo of Krusty Migos still alive, and Time is going to be chasing that medic down like there's no tomorrow. Out through second, but not into lobby. Time is just going to sit on the second point here and try and get some early cap time while the rest of his team is able to come back in and get onto that second point as well. Ruby, it looks like he is going to go down, unfortunately. Cold at very low health, but does have that full Uber, so hopefully they're going to be able to stabilize with that a little bit. Oddlog in prime position, although unfortunately not able to get anything, and now running for the hills. Kind of like to see what happens with Oddlog here. Okay, Oddlog is going to go down, and Krusty Migos is going to be using their Uber. Actually, I think I just caught the tail end of that as they use the Uber to catch, or to gain mid control there. Oh, Satupa getting in through Cheese, hopefully being able to get the medic. He doesn't get the kill, but Valak does. The Uber does get used, and the players of Krusty Migos are just falling one by one here. Unfortunately, Cold is going to go down, and with it just being Tigger left alive, he is going to go down as well. Definitely not really what you want to see from either team, but in the end, Burger Restaurant was able to come out on top and get the full wipe onto Krusty Migos, which is definitely a good thing. But unfortunately, Cold did die in the process, which is going to put them at a bit of an Uber disadvantage. And by a bit, that's actually quite a big disadvantage. About 35, no, not 35, about 25%, sorry. Both teams just trying to stabilize here. Adion is going to go down to Satupa. Time looking to try and get in. Maybe onto the medic. 1 rocket, 2 rockets, and Time does get the kill onto Doc Bob. What an opening play for his team to try and... Oh, but Cold goes down to easy riding. I was saying, what an opening play for this second point for Burger Restaurant. But then easy riding with the salvage pick onto Cold. Burger Restaurant does come out on top in the end for this second point, but it may not be enough to get this last, and that med pick is definitely going to set them back. But as they do have a player advantage here, if they can get in on to last soon enough, they will be able to get this point and change the tides of their scores. But so far, it doesn't look like that's going to happen as of yet, and they are going to have to try and build up an Uber as they are at about a 35% disadvantage. So with Krusty Migos reaggressing in through lobby and trying to retake it, it's not going to be looking the greatest for Burger Restaurant as they are giving up or having to give up lobby and just hold on second. I don't know what that was about. Sounds like Medic's taking a little bit of his own drugs. Okay, Ubers have now equalized as I am saying this, so depending on which team decides to use in first, and which team is able to keep more players alive for the post-Uber, that's going to determine if this round ends here and now, or if Krusty Migos just takes second and then goes on to mid. With Oddlog at 50 HP, just narrowly being able to jump over that sticky, it's looking like this fight could go either way. And the way it's going appears to be over to the right side of this map by Burger Restaurant. Satupa getting that opening pick onto Adion. That's going to open this up for them, and as long as they're able to keep the rest of their players alive, and they're able to get the cap before anyone even dies. I did not expect that to be the way that fight ended, but definitely a good effort from the players of Burger Restaurant to get onto that point and just keep Krusty Migos off of that, or off of it, so they're able to get the cap. Looks like once again, Burger Restaurant is taking the quick high ground control, but Tigger with a fast bomb onto Cold is going to be really good for his team. But unfortunately, it seems like that's going to be the only Adion coming in big with 2 picks here and going to be able to salvage that mid for his team.
The control point is being contested.
And Satupa unable to get onto Doc Bob. Wow. The soldiers of Krusty Migos definitely showing to be a bit of a force of nature here in this 5th round. Unfortunate for Burger Restaurant, and Krusty Migos is going to be able to get the 2nd point off of that as well. And coming into last with 100% Uber, about an 80% advantage over what Burger Restaurant has. If they're able to speed this up and roll in, that could be the 1st round, or their 4th round of the match right there. But if they hesitate, with Cold at only 10% Uber to go, that could really determine. So the center gun does go down really quickly. The Uber does get finally used from Cold as he now gets it. Scouts are on top of the point. They haven't really been spotted yet. The combo from Krusty Migos does back out, but with 2 scouts and a soldier, and they could still take this. The soldier in prime position, time does take him out. With just a can of cringe, he is now going to go down. And with the players from Burger Restaurant coming in, and with Cold getting a saw, that's going to be really good for them. And they're going to be able to take 2nd here. Although Adion in a little bit of a cheeky spot here, going for the back cap. He's probably not going to get it, as Valak is on the point. So is the Demo and Satupa, and the 2nd point does get capped. Depending on how this goes and if Uber is going to get used, Burger Restaurant is going to get mid here. But honestly, being a man down, or a man up, sorry, Burger Restaurant could probably just try and dry push this. Although with Ruby going down now and the Uber getting used, the dry push is not what's going to happen. Vala going in, getting control of the high ground. He does see Can of Cringe behind. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like this player is going to be cleaned up. And now with that 1 player behind, they're going to be distracted. And the bomb from Adion comes in onto the point and completely wipes Burger Restaurant. The attention getting split from Burger Restaurant, and that coming in the end to bite them in the butt. And with capping 2nd now, while pretty much none of the players from Burger Restaurant are up, it looks like this is going to be a round here from Krusty Migos, along with that Uber just to seal the deal. Krusty Migos now up 4-1. They are on match point. Again, I would love to see Burger Restaurant getting a couple more rounds on the board, but we'll have to see what ends up happening. Again, Adion getting into deep there, and again getting onto the medic early on. He does go down, and he has kind of just been throwing his life away for that medic, so he's not being super influential. And with the rest of the players of Burger Restaurant having the DM to support it, they're able to get these frags and completely take out the rest of Krusty Migos. And that round right there just goes to show why getting the med pick does not mean you are going to win that mid fight. Not just getting mid, but also getting second off of the backs of the burger restaurant's DM there. That's going to be really good for them. Sorry, not getting second, but close enough. But yeah, that round right there, or that mid fight right there, is a prime example of why getting the med pick doesn't mean you're going to win the fight, and why going for that deep bomb isn't always going to be the right call. You don't need a medic to win mid fights, you just need positioning and DM, along with coordination and teamwork, but who needs coordination and teamwork? It's Newcomer. Full send, getting some good stickies in, but just full sending her away. Time in a decent spot right now to try and aggress. Looks like he's trying to get in for a bomb, but with Can of Cringe in behind, hopefully he does get spotted out before some of the players of Burger Restaurant just walk out into his scattergun. Uber does get used from Krusty Migos. Oddlog does go down. Both Ubers do get used, and it looks like Cold is not going to be able to get away as Tigger is in Saw waiting for him, and that is going to be the wipe from Krusty Migos. But Situpa able to get Addion and really just giving the players of Krusty Migos a runaround here. Somehow still alive and still kicking. Again, just trying to split the focus of Krusty Migos here. Oh, narrowly missing that air shot from Addion. Would have been definitely a nice shot, but Stupa is somehow still going to stay alive. And with the medic Docbob being so low, one well-placed scattergun shot is going to take him out. And if Situpa's able to get out! What the hell? That should not happen! Ruby and Easy Riding trading there. Can of Cringe getting in onto Situpa in a 1v1. And it looks like Can of Cringe is going to be losing this fight. But Valak does come in and get that final rocket to support. Whatever is Situpa. Words are escaping me a little bit right now. Fortunately, Ruby does crater. And with Cold being dead as well, it doesn't seem like Burger Restaurant is really going to be able to contest this second point here. But you can't really contest something that's just being given to you now, can you? Thaddeon coming in from a bomb. Time is going to go down, and they are going to get the second point here. Situpa just being insane, giving the players of Krusty Migos such a runaround and hitting his shots. Valak coming in to clean up Easy Riding. Situpa going in underneath. He is unfortunately now going to meet his end to Can of Cringe. Definitely a worthy opponent. Docbob at full Uber charge here is going to give his team a chance to be able to hold this last point here. Can of Cringe going down to Time. And Time in prime position to, I don't know, do something. Oddlock is on the sniper. His slot has been spotted, though. So he's probably not going to get anything. Although Full Send is playing it a little bit cheeky, jiggle peeking him. Both teams are going to be at full Uber here coming into this last push. Again, we'll have to see who uses first, and even that isn't going to determine the winners of the fight. What is going to determine the winners of the post-Uber is who can keep the most players alive while the Uber is on. Addion does get an early pick onto Oddlock. That was just a sniper, though. So he's probably going to be coming back and trying to change class. But with Valak going down to Easy Riding, their Uber is going to get used. And they should probably not be trying to push this. because they're not going to get it. With the sentry gun up and the Uber coming from Doc Bob, Cold is in way over his head and is going to get taken out by Adion. Time coming in. If maybe they just keep throwing players at the point, maybe, just maybe, they'll get the cap, but unfortunately that's not how this game works all the time. Oddlog in a position to get this back cap, maybe, but with Can of Cringe getting that sentry gun up, it's not going to happen. And with Adion coming back to support, the players of Burger Restaurant are just split now, and that makes them easy pickings for the players of Krusty Migos. Adion going in, it looks like he is going to be able to get onto Cold and maybe get that pick. Somehow Doc Bob did die. What a jump coming from Adion. Unfortunately, he is probably going to die here. But he does get the pickaxe onto Oddlog before he goes. Not quite sure why he didn't just go for the medic, but I like the ramp slides, flexing a little bit. Tigger is on the sniper, but again, I don't really think he's going to be able to get a whole lot, if anything at all, as he is on the wrong side of the map from where the combo is. Cold with 90% Uber, they're going to have about a 40% advantage here over Doc Bob. And with Tigger being on the sniper, that's going to kind of be a man down in the fight. So as long as Burger Restaurant is able to keep their players alive and push in with Uber right now, they should be able to take this round. Only a level 1 sentry gun at half health is going to go down. All of the players of Burger Restaurant on the point right now, and a big bomb coming in from Adion, but unfortunately it is just a little bit too late. Had he come in a split second earlier, that round would have been completely different, but it is now 4-2 in favor of Krusty Migos. Maybe Burger Restaurant will be able to come back and take this match. Adion again getting the early pick, but this time on to time. It looks like Cold is probably going to die as well. 16 health. No, okay, he does go down to Tigger, and that is going to be Krusty Migos coming out swinging on this mid. Wow, what a display. Nicely done, Beta. That's awesome to hear. I believe that means you guys have a playoff spot. And it looks like with this Uber coming in, even though Oddlog is on the heavy, Krusty Migos is probably going to be able to take this point here. But the heavy is proving to be so influential and sponging up this damage, and no, they're going to get wiped. Not what I expected at all. After that mid-fight, I kind of expected Krusty Migos to just be able to roll on to last, but no. Not what is happening at all. Oh, that's unfortunate for Adion, but Valak coming in big. Just 2 players left alive for Burger Restaurant. And it's going to be Valak versus the world holding off this last push, and it's not going to be enough. And unfortunately for Burger Restaurant, Krusty Migos is going to take the win here and win their Week 8 match 5-2, securing them, I think, a playoff spot. So congratulations to Krusty Migos, and still to Burger Restaurant, well done for making it this far in the season. I hope you guys had a great time playing this season. But again, congratulations to Krusty Migos for securing themselves a playoff spot in RGL 6's, or Newcomer 6's Season 4. Oh, that's not what I want. Definitely well played by both teams, though. Well, Valak, you definitely played well. And I'm looking at this, and you just might be right. Dissonant Harmony is playing Rolling Bombs on Friday. Rolling Bombs is currently in 18th, so they're probably, at the very most, going to be fighting for spot number 16. And then College War Crimes, I believe they're playing Crunch Time. Who is in number 11th. So by being able to get those 2 rounds, Burger Restaurant might also have a spot in the playoffs. We'll have to see how the rest of the matches shape up, but Burger Restaurant might still have a spot in the playoffs, and that could be amazing. And it looks like we have Burger Restaurant in voice chat here. So we'll hop in and see what they have to say.
Yeah.
No, you're well, here we are.
Well, what do you guys think about the match?
It was
It
fun.
It was even. Well,
Unfortunately, it didn't go well, or didn't go your way, but you guys definitely still put on a good show and definitely played your best. I mean, some of those mid-fights you guys won very, very dominantly, but being able to get those 2 rounds, you guys might still have a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Possibly.
oh no.
Uh,
All in all, I had fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we gave it our best, kind of,
Yeah.
and we had a good time. So,
I
what more
mean-
can you ask?
Yeah, like, really, that's all you can ask for, right? In Newcomer, at least, there's 2 big reasons to be here. To learn and to have fun.
Yep.
And honestly, I think you guys accomplished that this season, so we may see you in the playoffs, we may not. We'll have to see how the rest of the matches play out. But either way, I'd say you guys still won.
Yeah, I think, like, this season I've improved a lot. Like,
Guys, I know what the problem was. It's because I had BR in my name.
Oh.
Oh, of
wait.
course,
Oh,
that
no.
always
Shit, it was backwards too. Yeah.
So, any thoughts about specific moments in the match, or...
Man, there's
I
some
enjoyed
fun
the. Sorry, you go.
stuff. No, you can go. You
Go.
can. No.
All right. I think my
go
favorite.
instead.
All right.
I
Oh no.
I think I'll definitely remember the odd log big earner.
Oh, shut
Oh my
up. It wouldn't change the difference. The whole reason why I
Bonus
use it
ducks.
is just because, like, literally, I'm gonna be dead anyway. That's the only situation where it would have mattered. And of course, you bring it up.
But, Satupa, holy crap. Some of those moments, I think it was in either the last round or the second last round, you were giving Krusty Migos such the runaround and just somehow being able to stay alive the entire time.
Honestly, I don't know what was happening, but I guess just luck was with my side.
I guess so.
That's just what. Yeah.
It's just what I do.
Yeah. And I'm just unlucky, so.
Well,
I'm at the bottom.
you guys did fairly well this season. You got into one of the top spots, so you should be proud of yourselves.
I get a gold sticker now.
Ah.
I think me and Cole this season have done a lot better from being on some pretty bottom tier teams to being like top 10.
Yeah, both our teams just ended up dying, so this has been
Yeah,
a
I was-
refuge for me.
Yeah, I was.
I
on a
don't know
team
how
with
I've
her-
stuck on.
Yeah, I was on a team with her. Then I left, and then I joined Untitled Six's team. That was just. Valak would agree that it was pretty scuffed. We didn't win a single game, so I just left and joined Burger.
And then there was another team, and now you're here.
Yep, and now I brought you along with me.
But
Yeah,
I
Burger.
mean,
You're welcome, by the way.
like I
No,
said, we'll have to see how the rest of the matches play out. But for me, just taking a look at this and kind of seeing the teams around you and who they're playing, you guys could definitely still have a chance at being in a playoff spot.
Oh, what position were these guys in?
I believe before this match it was 11th and 12th.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it
See what-
seems about right.
I mean, you guys are now in position number 16, but all of the players around you, Dissonant Harmony is going to be fighting, Dissonant Harmony, yeah. They're the team in position 16, so based on how their match goes, at the very least, you guys could keep either 15th or 16th. Again, I'm not sure how things are going to go, but I definitely hope to see you guys in the playoffs.
Yeah, it'd be fun to be there.
Yeah, we can hope.
Well, I hope you all have a great night.
You too.
Yeah.
So, once again, this season has come to a close. Not quite. We do still have a few matches left to be played. I might have one for Friday, depending on how I feel. I might do one Friday, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, this has been a good season. This has definitely been quite the ride of casting these newcomer matches. It's definitely been a good time. But yeah, with all that being said and out of the way, if you guys are interested in my previous casts, you can find those on YouTube at this link. And if you are interested in my Discord channel, you can find that in the About section, or you can go there to, again, the link in the chat. On the Discord, that'll also keep you posted on when my streams and casts happen. But with everything out of the way, thank you for tuning in tonight. I hope y'all had a good time watching the match, and I hope y'all have a great night.